Hello and welcome to the 2017-18 school year here at Templeton Middle School. Throughout the school year, we do encourage you to participate in athletics, activities, and other clubs that are offered here at school. Our philosophy at Templeton is to get students involved in co-curricular activities outside of the school day. It helps students develop socially, emotionally, intellectually, and physically, as well as gives you an opportunity to discover some hidden talents that you may not even realize that you possess. Why should you become involved? Well, first of all, you're able to meet new friends, reconnect with other friends, maybe within your grade level as well as throughout the other grade levels. It's an opportunity for you to expand your interests and finally have great feelings of school pride and spirit belonging to these organizations. Templeton belongs to the Braveland Conference. The Braveland Conference is made up of several schools, and because of the large number of schools involved, have been divided into the Eastern and Western divisions. Templeton participates in the Western Division, along with Menominee Falls, Germantown, the two West Bend schools, and Slinger. So if you are involved in sports and athletics, most often you will be competing against those schools, although you will find that there will be some games and meets that will also be scheduled with the Eastern Division. In the fall, cross country is a popular sport for all 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students. Sign up for cross country is August 14th through September 5th, with the first practice beginning September 6th. Cross country meets Mondays through Fridays after school from 2:45 until 4:30 from September through mid-October. Football is another popular sport in the fall of the year. Football meets for practices Monday through Thursday, with their games being held on Saturday mornings. If you are a 7th grader and would be interested in playing football as an 8th grader at Templeton, please listen to announcements in the spring of the year as sign up for the following year begins in April. At all home football games, in the event of an injury, an athletic trainer may assist in acute injury assessment and treat some athletic injuries. First aid may also be administered by the athletic trainer. Girls and boys basketball is a sport which is open to all 7th and 8th grade students. Girls sign-up dates are August 14th through September 7th, while boys sign-up dates are October 23rd through November 3rd. There is one team per grade level for both boys and girls. Practices will be Monday through Friday, and there will be intramural programs offered for both boys and girls basketball. Wrestling is a sport that begins in November. The sign-up dates are October 30th through November 9th. It's open to all grade levels, 6, 7, and 8, and meets Monday through Friday. Ski and Snowboard Club is an opportunity for you to learn or to even refine some of your skiing or snowboarding skills. This club meets 4 Thursdays between January and February, with some optional trips being made to Cascade Mountain and Portage. There is an important parent information meeting that will be held on Monday, October 30th at 5 p.m. in the cafeteria. I would strongly encourage you to attend if you are interested in participating in this club, because I think many of your questions will be answered that evening. This is open to all 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students, and no experience is needed to participate. Girls volleyball is a spring sport. It's open to girls in grades 7 and 8. Sign-up dates are January 15th through the 26th. The season lasts from February to about mid-March. There are tryouts that are held with about 12 to 14 players per grade level, and there will also be intramural programs offered for volleyball. Track is a spring sport open to all athletes in grades 7 and 8. Sign-up dates are March 19th through the 28th. It will meet Monday through Friday throughout the months of April and May. Sci-Fi Club is a club open to all grade levels. It meets after school and explores the fascinating world of science fiction through movies and film. Drama Club is an opportunity for you to get those acting skills refined or even introduce you to acting through reading and writing various scripts and working with other students of other grade levels. Cheerleading is open to 7th and 8th grade students. Practices begin in August and meet Monday through Fridays. Cheerleaders will cheer for home football and basketball games. If you are interested in participating, there will be for the following year. There will be tryouts that begin in March of 2018 for the following school year. Junior robotics is an opportunity for students to think like scientists and engineers. During this time, they solve real-world problems, create an autonomous robot using Lego Mindstorms technology. In junior robotics, there are teams of 10 students that work together. Two of those teams will be chosen to compete at the regional competition in November and possibly the state competition in December. Junior robotics meets after school on Tuesdays and Thursdays beginning in mid-September, and sign-up dates for this activity are September 5th through the 15th. Council is an opportunity for all students, grades 6, 7, and 8, to develop leadership skills throughout the school. Many of the activities that they participate in throughout the school year are organizing and hosting the school dances, the concession stand, attending leadership conferences, and participating in community service projects. Yearbook Club will meet. Their job is to organize the yearbook for the school year, taking pictures of events and recording and highlighting many of the fun activities throughout the school year. Chess Club is an opportunity for students to learn how to play the game of chess with many of their peers. Again, no experience is necessary, and it's open to all grade levels. Forensics allows students the opportunity to improve their public speaking through creative skits, monologues, creating newscasts, and the like. It's open to all grade levels, 6, 7, and 8. To be eligible to participate in any of the club sports or activities mentioned, students must be passing all of their classes. If you're failing a course at progress report time or at the end of the quarter, which means you would have a U on your report card at either of those times, the student does have 10 school days to prove his or her eligibility, meaning that you have to have all of your grades in all of your classes passing at that time. During that 10 school day period, athletes may practice but cannot compete if involved in any kind of a competitive activity like a meet or a game. After the 10 days, if a student is still ineligible, they may no longer participate in that activity. Also, to be eligible to participate in a game or meet or activity competition, students must be in school on the day of that contest or that practice. They may not have an after-school detention or an in-school suspension during that day. And again, the only reason to miss it would be to have an excused absence of which your advisor or your coach is aware of beforehand. All sign-up dates for clubs and activities and sports are 1 to 2 weeks prior to the season starting. All user fees and permission forms are due to the office prior to the activities starting. For sports, there is also a concussion form that will also need to be completed and returned. In addition to the permission and concussion forms being completed and returned, any user fees for activities must be paid when the permission forms are turned into the office. All interscholastic sports, forensics, and junior robotics have a user fee of $50 per activity. And any of the intramurals or clubs at school will have user fees of $15. All athletes and students participating in clubs and extracurricular activities are expected to follow school rules and expectations during the school days. If you're unable to participate or attend a practice or contest, again, make sure that your advisor is aware. Um, you are also to conduct yourselves appropriately while visiting other schools, as well as your dress and behavior is a reflection of TMS. While at other schools, respect for their school property is required and expected. All students participating in activities must have a signed permission form and a statement from parents or guardians stating that the student has health insurance coverage. If not, coverage may be purchased through Hamilton High School Athletic and Activities Office or by contacting me at Templeton. For some sports, students may be responsible for purchasing uniforms or equipment. For example, in cross country, volleyball, and track, students are required to purchase a t-shirt, which also becomes the uniform for that sport. Other activities, school provides uniforms such as basketball and wrestling, and that becomes the responsibility of the student then to take care of that uniform during the activity. Any lost or damaged uniforms or equipment must be paid for at replacement costs. For any away athletic event, Templeton provides transportation to and from that sport except for football. Parents can take their child home from an away event with a written request to the advisor or the coach. Students must have prompt transportation home after an activity ends. Most clubs and activities, as well as sports, have practices that end at 4:30. So at that time is when we expect the students to have a prompt ride home, whether through carpooling or there are also activity buses available on Tuesdays and Thursdays only, which will cost $1 for each ride. Any other questions, or if you need to get a hold of me for any reason throughout the school year, please feel free to do so at either the email or my phone number here. Have a great school year.